Hello and welcome to the first episode of Chart Grooves. And it well could be the last if this video doesn't get 100,000 views in the first day. Maybe I'm just kidding. But anyway, I want to dive directly into the song Birds of a Feather from Billie Eilish. I think the original groove is pretty interesting because you don't have a hi-hat that is playing constantly eighth notes through. The drummer, Andrew Marshall, at least I guess he is playing in the studio version of that because he's credited for it. He plays a pattern that goes like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and. The backbeat on the snare drum on 2 and 4 is consistent. The bass drum melody that he's playing is consistent. That gives it a really cool vibe, and the tambourine, that's I guess overdubbed, gives the song a nice drive through. So I will play the original groove with a little snippet of the song so you can watch it and have a listen to it. Check it out. So you are not getting more because I don't want to get copyright strike. But anyway, you get the idea. I will play that first groove for you a little bit slower, and I will play it with a metronome in tempo 60 BPM. And it will sound like this. I suggest starting really slow if you're not familiar with that kind of coordination, and also count out loud. That helps really well for working on those kind of grooves. But if you're not able to play that original groove yet, there are some other ways to play the song, or some other ways to have fun playing that song, but not with the typical boons, dots, but with a more of a original approach that serves the song better. So example number 2, you have eighth notes on the hi-hat played through, and the bass drum melody stays the same as the original groove. So there's a bass drum line on the 1 E and a in between the hi-hats, but otherwise all the other notes that you are playing, the backbeat and the other bass drum notes, are lined up with the hi-hat. So I will give you an example with the song so that you can hear the difference, and that goes like this. So here we go. And with that groove, I will play it for you also in 60 BPM so that you can follow along better. Here we go. All right, this might be a little bit easier for you. So you can play the whole song through that kind of groove. And with the bass drum melody played the same as the original groove, it will sound pretty good. But if you're really a beginner, there's a third groove that you can play. And that's even more simple because it is based only on eighth notes. So you don't have the one bass drum on the one E and A. You're not going to play that. But it works because the other bass drums on the 2 and the 3 and, these bass drum hits are also in the original groove. And for an example, also with music, doing this all that you can check out how that feels with the music. And I think it feels pretty good on all those 3 levels. And you can have a lot of fun playing that song with a more easy kind of groove. Yeah, just to feel good doing it. You know, that's what it's all about in the end. All right, here we go with music. Example number 3. Oh well, maybe that was too long. Maybe I got a copyright strike right now, or demonetization as they say it. But anyway, my YouTube channel is so small, doesn't matter at that time, at that point. Anyway, so these are the 3 examples. I will play the easy version, the version number 3, also slow for you so that you can play along or at least understand it better. Tempo 60 BPM. Okay, so if you're not able to play the original groove yet, just work your way up to the original grooves with the other 2 more simplified versions. And if you are more advanced, I have a roadmap for you. On that roadmap, there are all the fill-ins that Andrew Marshall is playing with all the stops in it. And you can play along to that song as well with all that stuff, with all the good stuff. Just to give you a brief information about chart reading or roadmap reading at least the way I do it, you see slashes in the measure. So these slashes, with these slashes, they say play groove, play time. And the number above this measure, for example, 8, 7, or 6, that's the amount of measures that you play the groove. And then there comes the variations, there comes the fill-ins, and so on, and so on, and so forth. I suggest that you listen to the song first with the roadmap in front of you, counting bars and going through the arrangement. That's the first thing you have to do to get comfortable with the arrangement of the song. And then you can work on the different fill-ins, play one bar of either groove, 1, 2, or 3 up front, and then the bar with a fill-in. So to get comfortable, to make transitions from groove to fill-in, or the other way around, from fill-in back to the groove. And eventually you can play the whole song through with the original drum parts. That is what I'm hoping. All right. If you have any other questions, just let me know in the comments. And also, this is the first time for me. This is the first time teaching a lesson in English. Yes, does the world really need another German drum teacher teaching lessons in English with his perfect pronouncement of the words of the English language? I don't know, but maybe you know. And maybe you want to let me know if this is a cool thing for you. Going through this song, going maybe in future through some other songs that are actually in the charts right now. And I would be really happy if you subscribe to my little channel, or maybe you want to give me a like on that video. And like I said before, if I get 100,000 of views, there you have it. Germans try to speak English. Then maybe I will do another episode. So see you next time.